Serdecznie witam wszystkich na kolejnym streamie z gry Blacksad Under the Skin. Ostatnie ustawienia mikrofonu. Powinno mnie być dobrze słychać. Zobaczymy zaraz, czy nie jest telewizja za głośno, czy nie będzie mi się odbijało w mikrofonie. Dawno nie słyszałem tego intro, a to jest tak dobre intro, więc czekam. Dałem w tytule znak zapytania do 4. Nie jestem pewien, czy to jest 4. odcinek. Chyba tak. Mieliśmy niemałą przerwę. Lubię ten opening jak cholera. Ta jedna rzecz, że ta gra się tak długo ładuje na tej konsoli. Ciekawe, czy na innych platformach też. Dobra, mamy powieszonego Dana. I możemy kontynuować. Czuję, że to będzie ten jeden case cały. Wydaje mi się, że zbliżamy się do końca tej gry. Ta gra to jest jeden ten case po prostu. Który się troszeczkę rozwija. Bo za dużo się działo w tym wszystkim. Nie sądzę w tej chwili, żeby było coś potem świeżego. Continue. Ostatnio podsłuchaliśmy O'Neilla, on się chyba tak nazywał, ten irlandzki wilk. Tam gdzieś chyba D było w nazwie. O'Neilla? Odaniego? Nie pamiętam. Chyba O'Neilla mimo wszystko. Podsłuchaliśmy jak gadał z tymi swoimi fagasami, jakimś gościem, który nawalił. I go chyba kropnął. Bo jedyna możliwość wyjścia to było takie, żeby właśnie dać go zabić.
It was like this when I got here.
When?
When did you get here?
Jak ktoś się
I've been
włamał.
calling you for over an hour.
Calm down. I'll take care of this. Had you already finished looking through these papers?
I wish.
Well, I guess you'll enjoy sorting all this again.
Nice. Nie ma to jak dodać oliwy do ognia.
Bingo.
What is it?
Nothing. Just a freshly signed contract.
The gym boiler signed a document with his foot. Czyli przedeptał. Aha, dobra, i widzę rzeczywiście ślad buta.
What are you doing?
Do you like sardines?
Excuse me?
Do you like sardines?
Ugh.
Okej. Ale co, osobiście przyszedł ten? Jak on się nazywa? Ten, z którym graliśmy w pokera. No ten mój świn. Jakkolwiek on był.
Not that I suspected otherwise, but it's obvious they weren't looking for money. Looks like the burglar isn't interested in bureaucracy.
Did they take anything?
No, although...
Nothing, never mind.
No, nothing. Never mind.
Nie denerwujmy jej tym. Wszystko. Ale pogadałbym z tobą, jeśli możemy. Nie? Nie możemy? No dobra. A, to jest dosyć ważne.
Is this yours?
I think it belongs to the new cleaning lady. Mary just wasn't working out, so she left.
Clarice Freeman?
Yes. You think she did this?
O! Zwolniła Mary. To może mieć konsekwencje. Piece of plain fabric on the stairs that lead to the gym rooftop. To jest gym. Nie wiem, co to jest za postać. Ktoś tam gonił na... Drugi trup będzie? Dajcie mi wejść na górę.
Wait here, please.
To będzie drugi trup? Oh shit. No nie żyje zdecydowanie, jesteś detektywem, for fuck's sake.
Ah, damn.
Prawdopodobnie widziała łamanie i została zakatrupiona.
I can just picture her saying, "Honey, I found a job. We're finally gonna make ends meet."
Ona była Cleaning Lady z Murder. Ona jest nową Cleaning Lady, ale... To, powiesz coś więcej? No mnie ewidentnie tam ciekawi. Nie mogę tam nic sprawdzić.
Could be a knife wound.
A tutaj
The
cięcie.
murder was brutal.
Miałeś zaczekać na dole.
I want you to call the police, Sonia, and then go straight to a friend's house. Don't even think about going home, and definitely don't come back here.
I'm staying at a friend's house. I haven't even set foot in my father's place yet.
To jest dobre info.
Good.
Coś tam znajdziemy.
Do you have the keys? If the murderer didn't find what he was looking for, that might be his next stop. If he hasn't been there yet.
Czyli to będzie jedna dłuższa sprawa, w której będzie więcej zabójstw może. Może ta gra jest jednak trochę dłuższa. Bardzo mnie to cieszy. Mam kilka rzeczy do połączenia w głowie, więc czas je chyba zrobić. O ile gra mi pozwoli, bo możliwe, że teraz będziemy mieli trochę akcji. Już dawno nie miałem chwili spokoju tutaj.
For once I had the keys to the place, which meant I wouldn't have to use my lockpicks or...
Zamknięte od wewnątrz staje.
It doesn't look like anyone picked the lock.
Trzeba uważać. Ktoś jest w środku chyba. Balkon jest otwarty. Znalazłem kartę. Interesuje mnie, czy balkon jest otwarty, bo to by dało mi odpowiedź, że ktoś mógł wyjść. Bo jeśli nie, to znaczy, że prawdopodobnie naprawdę ktoś jest w środku.
It's hard to believe that a pair of boxing fists could play something like this, although I'm sure he had the lungs for it. It looks like Dunn had already begun to move his things. Dunn? Thorpe? No idea. And these two, they look familiar.
Do they? Połączmy trochę rzeczy, skoro możemy. Może to mnie trochę bardziej nakieruje. O'Leary, tak się nazywał. O'Leary's foot on the table, a sign of dominance. Helen Moore carries a cigarette case, bearing a romantic inscription. O'Leary always plays it safe. To może być to. Ona była na miejscu, więc trzeba było ją dokończyć. O'Leary has enough information to ruin Moore's career. Judging by the bets, Stone is a clear favorite against Yale. O'Leary keeps romantic pictures of Helen Moore in a drawer. O'Leary bet $5,000 on Yale. Who the footprints at the gym belong to? To może być dokładnie ten sam footprint w sumie. Moore seduced Stone by O'Leary's demand. Naprawdę jest taka różnica wielkości? Nie wydało się taki wysoki, kuźwa. A nie ona taka niska.
It's pretty clear that Helen Moore's cigarette case was a gift from O'Leary.
Mhm. I'm still in love, no właśnie. On jest Desmond? Desmond O'Leary, okej.
If she's still in love, why does she claim she hates him? What is she hiding?
Tu jest.
It looks like O'Leary has rigged the fight between Stone and Yale.
Mhm. I kolejna dedukcja wyszła, że mogę ją połączyć. Mam 3. Avenarius vanished after winning a fight back when he was a kid. Mhm. To zdecydowanie.
I'd say O'Leary has threatened Stone with ruining Moore's career.
Czyli w skrócie O'Leary szantażuje Stone'a, żeby ten przegrał walkę, żeby on zarobił na Yale'u. Who's the guy passing for Yale's doctor? O'Leary has a guilty conscience for ratting someone out when he was 14. Someone who ended up dead. Okej. Nakablował na kogoś, jak miał 14 lat i ta osoba zginęła. Tak mi się właśnie nie kleiło, ale te 3 się łączą. Avenarius jest ojcem Yale'a. Nie wiem. Brakuje mi tu czegoś. Wystarczy to? Nie. O'Leary's feet on the table. Wait. Czyżby? Nie. What's the guy passing through jest? Denerwuje mnie to. Bo może on być z tym jednym ze zdjęcia, ale... Same pytania. To nie pasuje do siebie, ale... Nie wiem. Pokazuje mi, że mam jedną do połączenia, ale nie mogę jej połączyć. Nie, wróć. Rozglądajmy się.
As I glanced at the telephone, I remembered the weekly password for O'Leary's illegal gambling operation, even though I had rejected his reward for finding Yale, and had chosen to bet it all on Yale. I had managed to make my own dirty money by ratting out the Eagle Pimp during our poker game. How much damage could another bet do?
Never mind.
What harm could I do? Only the invisible type.
Nie szarżujmy z Weeklim za mocno. Głupi pomysł. Black Fantasy Little Hand Fletcher.
Look at that. The guy sure had good taste.
That boxing.
Art? I'll never understand how violence constitutes a valued form of entertainment.
Okej, dalej nie przejdziemy.
Sardines. It's been open for a few hours.
Oh my god. O, tu już był.
It's pretty clear that the burglar came by the house before heading to the gym, which means he probably didn't find what he was looking for in here.
Property sale agreement.
Of course. Now I see how Dunn bought the apartment he was going to share with Mary. This place has to be empty in 2 weeks for the new owners. I wonder if Sonia knows about this. Dunn died 4 days ago, and that lettuce still looks okay. Ready-made meals on airplane trays in front of the TV. Who would have thought we'd end up eating like
4 dni
this?
minęły, okej. Mimo wszystko drzwi były zamknięte od środka, więc dalej mi się wydaje, że tu ktoś jest. A, jeszcze tego nie zobaczyłem. Właśnie tak. Quiet Lion.
I seem to recall Dunn being mad about the pictures, but who knows?
Też się ciężko się kieruje momentami w tej grze. Bo tu nic nie ma. Otis.
What's this doing here?
Panów glow, więc nie dance room. That's Spanów.
One of the very few teen idols who only got
Underused.
better with
Oh
age.
shit. To będzie ważne. Frank Papalia. Nie mogę zobaczyć, co jest za tym postajem. Nazwali tutaj jak grę troszeczkę, więc... To jest... Tam to jest jedna z 2 rzeczy. Oj.
Could this be the origin of Sonia's interest in business management?
Jest niedobrze, bo to gra. I mi się zapisała gra. Eddie Murray, I bring you to this rooftop, the place where... Eddie Murray, bring you to...
This is too private. You still looked at her every morning, so many years later, with a new love? Maybe we don't need to forget. Maybe pain just transforms into, I don't know, something.
Maybe. No dobra. Coś tutaj?
Another empty closet.
Pięknie. To może...
Elaine. I think that
Ładny.
was Dunn's wife's name, according to Jake.
Bo jest ładny obraz. Tam, 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 tam. Wybita szyba?
Is this how he got in?
Masculinity starts at work. Okay.
Wow. Could Dunn really afford such luxuries? Or did he only want to impress Mary?
Coś nam jeszcze zostało? Sprawdzałem. Może mogę samo sobie łóżko sprawdzić. Tu już nic nie ma. The biography of
No matter how
Harry
hard I
Bradwick,
look,
father of
I'm
baseball,
not getting
Don's
anywhere.
apartment.
I need to talk with Sonia, and maybe with her uncle Tim.
Mhm.
It brings back... I don't know.
Bad memories?
A pessimist, are we? It's like remembering the last day of summer. Scenes full of joy, picturesque landscapes, and yet the light is faint and the air is still, the calm before the storm.
I don't fall.
I'm not sure I follow.
Maybe you're lucky and don't know what hardship looks like. Or, no. The opposite would be much too sad. We met in the army. We were all professional athletes. They called us the Olympic Five.
Hey, isn't that Craig Spano? The guy on the Morley's billboards?
Yes, indeed. Our captain. He was the oldest, after all, and star of the New York Warriors.
Okay.
He was an orphan, you know. But he loved the sport so much that he said baseball was his family.
To jesteś ty?
What about you?
I had just signed with the Milestones. I hadn't even played my first game, but people said I had a bright future ahead of me.
But the war got in the way of that bright future.
Huh? No, I made it big when I came back. Best time of my life.
Okay.
Don't you remember that cop at the hospital? The one who let me in exchange for an autograph? Trust me, nobody calls you Iron Arm if you're just sitting on the bench. Who would have thought that I'd end up becoming Tim Iron Legs Thorpe?
What happened?
I fought the Nazis for 2 years, up there in the sky, over Europe. And I never set foot in a field hospital. 3 years later, I crossed the street without looking. And look at me now.
Ironia losu. Okej, można zapytać o resztę, czy to ja zacząłem martwić. Gady zostają na końcu.
Was Dunn already boxing?
Yes, he was. I had already seen him fight before I even met him. He was as humble in the ring as he was in life. He'd always let his rivals take the initiative. I remember how he barely dodged the blows. If you didn't look at his feet, it seemed like he wasn't even moving. And the footwork, pure dancing. You could almost hear the music. The song would play until his opponent was exhausted. Then came the drum roll, followed by Dunn's victory by KO.
Okej. Najpierw ten gad.
Who's the guy on the left?
Ah, Viktor Sukovsky, the athlete. You've probably heard of his medals.
Who's the guy on the right?
Angus Mitchell, our combat medic, and a doctor with the New York Warriors, which is how he met Spano.
Aha.
It was Spano who got him assigned to our platoon.
What happened to
Jest
all of them?
doktorkiem.
Zukovsky died the same day they injured Dunn. Dunn received an honorable discharge and came home. He quit boxing and opened his gym. Mitchell was redeployed to a field hospital. Spano and I continued in the same unit, but nothing was ever the same. You see what I meant with the last day of summer. And after the war, well, who the hell cares?
I do.
What happened to Mitchell?
What happened to Mitchell after the war?
Mitchell? Who knows? We lost touch. I hope he's doing well.
I think I saw Mitchell not too long ago.
I think I saw Mitchell not too long ago, but I can't remember where.
Seriously? Please try to remember. I'd love to hear from him again.
I'll do my best.
Pan doktorek?
What happened to Spano?
Well, you've seen the billboards. He made it big time. When I was forced to retire, I got him some advertising deals. That's how I founded this agency. But then, something happened to him. He became sullen. He fell out of shape, and slowly but surely lost touch with reality. He withdrew from public life and broke off our friendship. Haven't heard from him in, 3 years? And believe me, I've tried to contact him.
Missing for 3 years.
You think Spano might have been involved in Dunn's death?
Spano? No way. He and Dunn were always... Well, Spano's changed so much that it's hard to say. Allow me to double your wage. You have to find the murderer. Maybe Dunn stayed in touch with Mitchell or Spano. Maybe even with both.
Tak, mamy
But he
podwójną
never told
hajs,
me
jak
anything.
za darmo.
Maybe Sonia knows.
I doubt it. But that's not the only question I've got for her. May I?
Yes?
Sonia?
No, she's not here. Who's calling?
Where is she?
Aha. To było dziwne.
You know, it's dangerous.
Have you ever wished you'd never been born?
What? Yeah, sometimes.
Then we're both in the same boat. First time was right after moving to New York. I hated my mother. She was the reason we moved from the countryside and the smell of freshly mowed grass to this dirty city and the smell of medicine. Her medicine. The second time was after she died. I hated myself for having hated her before, for not having loved her enough. The third time was when my father shut himself off. I hated him for that, for abandoning me, for giving in to the booze. Now he's dead, so take a guess.
You hate yourself for having hated him.
Yes, but that's not the worst of it. The problem is I don't know how to live without hating him. Over the last few years, everything I've done was meant to push my father far away. To avoid being like him. To avoid making his same mistakes. Without him, I just don't know who I am. And you won't even let me hate Bobby, which might actually help me.
The more you hate, the worse you feel.
You think I don't know that? I need someone to blame. Without that someone, I have only myself to hate.
I'll find the person who did this. I promise.
Let me have my doubts. Although, you've already come so far. I'm sorry I haven't been a little more grateful.
Nice.
In any case, you shouldn't hate yourself. You are... No, you have such good qualities. You're kind, smart, and beautiful.
Are you really trying to flatter me now?
No, seriously, I didn't mean to... Sorry.
Anyway, can we just drop the subject? Did you go to my father's apartment?
Yes, the thief went there before coming to the gym, which leads me to believe he didn't find what he was looking for.
And what was he looking for?
That's what I intend to find out, with your help. Your father sold his apartment. The new owners move in 2 weeks.
What?
I'm sorry. I think he used the money to buy a new place with Mary Purnell. You'll have to talk to her sooner or later.
My father. Even now, he finds new ways to make me hate him.
I found a picture taken during the war.
The Olympic Five.
Did you meet any of them, besides your father and uncle?
Well, Uncle Tim actually isn't my uncle.
No?
He and my father loved each other like brothers. Did he tell you that he saved his life?
Thorpe saved your father?
They were flying over Brittany in a 3-unit fighter plane. Zukovsky was the pilot, my father was the co-pilot, and my uncle manned the machine gun. Suddenly, enemy fire killed Zukovsky and injured my father, which is why he never boxed again. My uncle jumped out of the gun turret, ran to the cockpit, and managed to pilot the plane to safety. Oh, the times my father told me that story. And now...
Did you ever meet Spano? What can you tell me about him?
I think I saw him once, but I was just a little girl. I think my uncle turned him into a star. That was a long time ago.
I found a baseball glove with Spano's autograph in your room.
Oh, I've never seen it. My father must have put it there, although I don't remember him having a signed glove.
Did you ever meet Mitchell, the doctor?
Mitchell? The lizard? No, never. Why?
Oh, nothing. I think I've seen him somewhere. I saw your old room.
That's embarrassing. Stop, or I'll end up hating you.
Like Frank Papalia.
It's odd that there are practically no toys or memories of your childhood in the room, except for a small music box.
That box? It might just be my last happy memory.
Też się dziwnie błysnęło na czerwono, myślałem, że coś się stanie. Jeez.
It's from before my mother got sick and we moved here. I loved reading stories about pirates. So my father drew a treasure map for me.
Fajnie narysowane.
I searched the whole house, one clue at a time. It led me to this enormous tree in the yard where Daddy had put up a tire swing. X marks the spot, so I dug to find my treasure. I loved the music it played, the ballerina and the little secret compartment. Oh, the secrets I kept in there.
I think it's the first time I heard you call your father Daddy.
Really?
Don't hit the music box under the swing tire tree. Może coś teraz ukrył znowu, żeby ona to odkryła.
I'm also a fan of Frank Papalia.
Oh, yeah, the poster. I only liked him because my father thought he was too modern.
Your dad had great taste in music.
So, better taste than I had as a child?
Well, now you've put me on the spot.
You don't know how happy that makes me.
Are you cold?
A little. Maybe I should go. Anyway. Thanks for the company.
I knew I was looking at a solution, but what exactly needed solving?
Okej, czyli teraz musimy to zrobić. Aha. Gdzie to jest? Tutaj. Ciekawe połączenie.
Maybe Dunn used the
No
same
właśnie.
hiding place once more.
O kur... Co to za ziom?
I'll never understand why detectives and criminals bluster while they fight each other in the pictures. What a waste of breath, focus, and energy.
A, nie wyszło mi.
Personally, I prefer to save my breath for the final roar.
Nie ten przycisk. No to mamy mrówko jadę.
I'll never understand why
Tak, no,
detectives
boss.
and criminals bluster while they fight each other in the pictures. What a waste of breath, focus, and energy. It's not the lack of credibility in the screenplay that bothers me. Plus, it's actually pretty handy. When a crook talks to you in the middle of a fight, you know you're up against a rookie.
Oh fuck. Pewnie jakbym mu pomógł, to by mnie zabił, więc... Możliwe, że whatever. Ale chyba przeżył. Dobrze mu się upadło. Mam nadzieję, że przeżył, żebyśmy mogli go przesłuchać, kurczę. To nie było aż tak kuźwa wysoko. Come on. No.
What did they say?
Nothing serious. I lost another one of my 9 lives.
Nie pomyślałem o tym, co jeśli w tej grze rzeczywiście mogę umrzeć 9
Got
razy.
many left?
I'm in the red.
To by było ciekawe.
You hasn't woken up yet?
Nope. We're gonna be here a while. Vulpine, 7 letters.
Cunning?
Cunning. It fits. I hope it doesn't throw anything off.
Tylko on. I tylko na węg. Za jedynki. Yeah. There's a tear in his pants. Okay. Super. Ma małe buty.
Yep, looks like you were right with cunning. What are you looking for?
Nothing. Will he live?
He'll live.
So what have you found out?
Dla kogo on pracował?
Randall Lee. Apparently in love with our penitentiary system, judging by the frequency of his visits. Theft, assault, extortion, minor things of the sort.
Any partners?
Always works alone. He's never ratted out his employers, provided they exist. Did you find anything? Is this our man? Do you have proof?
Jego spodnie porwał. Dobra. Serio, chłopie.
Looks like we know who tore his pants following Clarice Freeman up to the rooftop. His pants have a tear in them. I found a piece of that same fabric at the gym. On the stairs that lead to the rooftop where we found the second body.
Makes sense, but how many pairs of ripped pants are walking around New York City? I don't call that evidence.
To jest dosyć dobry evidence. Come on. Dobra, czas to. Ale połączyć, no ale kurczę, to jest underwhelming, jeśli on rzeczywiście zrobił oba zabójstwa. Come on. Okej, to jest słabo napisane, żeby to połączyć, no ale okej.
The guy who broke into the gym in Dunn's place has a thing for sardines. Did you smell his breath?
Right, because there's only one sardine fanatic on this side of the Hudson. I need something more.
Well, there's one more. Okej. Zaraz dadzą mi to połączyć, no ale dobra. Jedziemy z tym. A, tego już nie chcecie ode mnie, okej. No to bezpośrednio jedziemy.
I saw footprints from those very same shoes next to both the gym murders.
Unless you're telling me that shoe is a limited edition, I'm gonna need something else.
Ciekawe, tego wcześniej nie widzieliśmy. Wiecie, było, ale nie jako podpowiedź do tych łączeń. Nie wiem, jak to się łączy. Domyślam, że on był jednym z tych dwóch.
One of the thugs that attacked me the other night had a snout just like his.
I'm sorry, but you can't incriminate someone based solely on species. What else you got?
Jesus Christ.
What more do you need? I've given you 4 pieces of evidence.
None of which are conclusive.
He tried to throw me off the rooftop.
Yeah, you're right, I'm sorry. He's our man.
No, he's not our man.
Make up your mind.
He's just a puppet. Someone is pulling his strings.
Could Could it be Yale?
No.
He's hiding something for sure, but I don't think he did it. By the way, was he discharged? His room is empty.
They let him out yesterday. He's in police custody now. You can tell he's an athlete. Made quite the comeback. Anyone else would have taken 10 times as long. Anyway, he better be fine. You know they've ordered me to escort him to Madison Square Garden on the day of the fight.
That's the first I hear of it.
Quick, what do you want? Good cop or bad cop?
I'm the good guy. Good thing someone took out the trash.
No wonder you were saved by garbage, you piece of trash. But you're gonna wish it hadn't.
Go to hell, you dog. My partner is right. We'll ruin your life.
Uh-huh. Yep. Unless you collaborate, that is. We know you killed Joe Dunn and Clarice Freeman, you bastard.
I'll call your bluff. You ain't got nothing.
Are you acquainted with our usual witness program? For a modest sum, they'll say they saw your sorry snout when and where we tell them to.
We're no strangers to false evidence. We could arrest your sorry ass for more crimes than you've committed.
Although it is odd that my partner won't offer you a deal in exchange for telling us who hired you.
What can you offer me? We could significantly reduce your sentence. I could testify that you helped me on the rooftop. You're pathetic. Is that why you never got in the police force, Blacksad? Did you fail the good cop, bad cop test? I won't say a word. And believe me, you stand to lose. Care for a piece of advice? If I were you, I'd fear for my life.
No to nie wyciągnęliśmy z niego nic
I'm
specjalnego.
afraid that...
Whoa!
Watch out!
Hit. Nie udało nam się? No, strzelają na. Dole. Nie mogę dać bardziej na dół. XD. Nie pozwalało mi dać bardziej na dół, what the fuck? Wiele smirnął dostał. Znowu dostanę. What the fuck is going on? Nie pozwalają mi spojrzeć niżej, a pokazuje strzałka, że jest niżej. Co oni chcą, żebym ja zrobił? O mój Boże. Tu jest gościu, ale tu mi pokazywała na dół? Trafiliśmy.
Luckily, Smirnov's wound wasn't as bad as Randall's.
Okej.
Unfortunately, the police found nothing on the nearby rooftops. Our best shot at finding the killer was gone. So I went back to
Ale
my
się
previous...
zabezpieczył. No ale kuźwa podejrzany jest Cassidy, nie wiem teraz. Jakby wychodzi na to, że to ja na Colery, to na wyjezdach, A może oboje po prostu, dobra, no bo Cassidy robi to samo tylko dla Stone'a, a O'Leary dla Yale'a. Robią sobie przypychankę, kto wygra. To ma sens. Tylko jest to trochę takie... No mam nadzieję, że to nie jest to. Bo po prostu nie jest to ekscytujące.
It's from before my mother got sick and we moved here. I loved reading stories about pirates, so my father drew a treasure map for me. I searched the whole house, one clue at a time. It led me to this enormous tree in the yard where Daddy had put up a tire swing.
No. Strasznie dużo mi... Okej. No, ukrył pod obrazem. Nie odbieraj.
Bing bang!
Hello, Smirnoff
Dobra.
residence.
You're
Blacksad
dead!
here.
No, I got you with my lasso!
Can you quiet down, kids?
Dunn got killed for stirring the hornet's nest.
And you confessed your crimes!
Kids, please.
He'd been investigating athletes for months, including Helen Moore and Al Stone, among others. Dunn's notes aren't all that clear, and I'm not sure what he was after. But I'd say we're facing a widespread corruption
Okay.
case.
Well, if you're right, that could be some dangerous evidence. Bring it here ASAP.
Sure, but there's something important that I need to finish first.
Myślałem, że Dan może był zabity po to, żeby łatwiej było podejść Yale'a. Ale wychodzi na to, że Dan był zabity, bo za dużo wiedział. Bo robił sam sobie śledztwo.
I wanted to follow a certain lead on my own before Smirnov had the chance to see anything. According to his notebook, Dunn had seen Craig Spano at Sam's Diner just 4 days before his death.
Get out of here, pussy!
How is Mary?
Playing the sad little victim at home. And here I am, up to my neck! What the hell do you care, anyway? Beat it!
It might have been easier to slap the information out of him, but I decided to trust in a universal truth. Everyone is guilty of something. You don't know who I am, right?
Don't know and don't care! Come on, spit it out!
I'm John H. Blackmore, Public Health Inspector.
Oh, yeah, right. There are some real freaks around here, so I have to be firm, you know? Have you eaten? Dinner's on the house.
After you answer my questions.
Sure, go ahead. Your call. Always at your disposal, Inspector. Ask away.
Jaki milusi.
Fear turned him soft and made him talk. Sure enough, Dunn had been there a few days back with a chimpanzee who matched Spano's description. Apparently, the guy still lived with his father, Dunn said he couldn't stay there a day more. For the time being, he would move into his place.
Wait a minute. What does public health services have to do with that chimp?
The chimp died of food poisoning,
But wait! He didn't even eat!
which is even worse. Dunn had taken Spano to his place. I wanted to believe that when Randall Lee broke into the apartment, Spano fled to his former address. But where could that be?
To musi coś połączyć. Dem. Dobra. Okej.
I gotcha.
Baseball.
If the living have rich and poor neighborhoods, so do the dead. In the mid-19th century, Greenwood became the resting place to the city's most distinguished citizens. Thinkers, scientists, writers, inventors, artists, businessmen, politicians, police officers, thieves, pimps, and murderers. Here lie the bodies of the soulless minds that raised New York from the ground up.
Niezły rozstrzał.
Now you know where to go to become somebody in the Big Apple. I've never trusted angels. When they fall, they turn into demons. Still hot.
Tu niedawno jadł. Bo tam już dalej nie pójdę. Okej.
The four bases guarding their father. According to the book I found at Dunn's place, fans of the sport leave baseballs on Bradwick's tomb to pay their respects.
Mogę tak przeglądać jeszcze.
It'd be even better with a skull between the bats.
Tyle? To wygląda jakby była karta do wzięcia. Mhm.
A Celtic cross. Supposedly, the ring keeps the devil at bay by reflecting the sunlight. Really handy at this time of the day.
Zabrałeś piłkę? Na drzewie jest gościu. No, zademi mu. Pod nosem. To rzucaj w niego.
I've always been a New York Warriors fan, although, to be honest, they're not what they used to be. Yep, they just haven't been the same without Craig Spano. Joe Dunn met with someone at the diner, close to his gym. Then he took that person to his house. so that he didn't have to live at the cemetery. I would have never guessed the person's identity. I found a baseball glove at Joe Dunn's place. A glove signed by a great star. I couldn't believe my luck.
Marley's, are the absolute worst.
Tego gościu.
Who are you?
I'm John Blacksad, private investigator.
How's Joe?
One question at a time. It's my turn.
Your turn.
What
Trzeba
was
mądrze
your
teraz
glove
wybierać,
doing
bo
at
mam tylko jedno
Dunn's
pytanie
place?
na rundę.
Because Dunn said he was shaking the hornet's nest, that sooner or later they'd come after me because they wanted to kill me, because he offered me his home and then vanished, because I waited for him for 2 days and then they came to get me, because I had no time to take my glove when I escaped through the window.
What did he want from you? And who wants to kill you?
One question at a time.
Yeah.
How's Joe?
What would happen if I told him the truth? Would he lose it? Could I take that chance?
Ktoś jest za drzewem. Ktoś jest za drzewem, what the fuck? Ktoś w kapturze, czy to jest po prostu posąg? He's been murdered.
Joe Dunn is dead. Murdered.
I told you, Joe. How did it happen?
One question at a time.
One question at a time. My turn.
Nie oddalej się tak, bo to czerwona flaga. How did you meet with Dan? Are you hiding here? What did Dan want from you?
What did Dunn want from you?
He wanted to know who was playing dirty in the sporting business. Dirtier than usual, that is. Wrecked lives, careers, ruined at the top of their game. He wanted to know if the same had happened to me. He wanted to know if the end of my career and my disappearance had anything to do with all that. He wanted me to confirm who was behind it all. The guy who had him killed. Our old friend, the surgeon.
Yeah. Doktorek. Mhm.
Is Mitchell the surgeon? Is he the person behind all of this? That surgeon you mentioned, is he...
My turn.
Małpa, zginiesz.
I want to know, why I should trust you.
Dobra, są dwie odpowiedzi, które ja zważam. Because I take my job seriously i because I could have killed you.
Because I could have killed you by now, but I haven't. It's my turn. That surgeon that you mentioned, is he in this photo I got here? Ow! Hey! Hey, that toss was...
Niedobrze.
Both my ear and my self-esteem would hurt for days. But at least I had a new lead to follow. The surgeon. The bastard had avoided my scrutiny by passing as a hospital doctor. But now, all of my senses were on guard. No matter how good the disguise, or how well he hid, I would find him.
Nie ufamy jeszczurom. Krótkie ZW. Dobra, jestem z powrotem. Lecimy. Trzeba dopaść jaszczura. Ale co, no podejrzewamy w takim razie, że ten mrówkojac dopadł i Dana i tą babkę, tak?
So, what you're saying is, one, there's a corruption scandal involving all kinds of
Oh my
athletes. Two, our puppet
Ponad
master
się
is a
walką.
surgeon named Mitchell, a man who happened to fight in the war with Dunn, right?
Every lead I've found points to him.
Anyway, where was I? Number 3, right? 3. Since Dunn was on his trail, Mitchell hired an anteater to get rid of him.
Mhm.
Then, since you were also shaking the wasp's nest, he went after you. But the anteater made a mistake, and Mitchell killed him to cover his own tracks.
Yeah.
And, wait, 4. The key to all this lies with a common friend of Dunn's and Mitchell's, Craig Spenow. Do you really trust him?
You should know that I don't trust anyone.
Except for your friend Weekly, that is. 4. No, I mean, 5. Dunn was murdered 4 days after taking Speno to his house. If that doesn't make him suspect, makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah, it could make sense.
Ha! Who's the detective now?
Może nie tyle
Let's
ufam
follow
jemu
up with the
intuicji,
suspects.
co
You told Smirnoff
Zgadzam
that
się, że jest
even though you're
podejrzany.
sure Yale is innocent, you think he's hiding something. But what about O'Leary? 6.
Olerii.
O'Leary wouldn't have sent Randall to kill Dunn. He would have dragged him to his basement, given him his little speech, and then killed him himself. Nah, I know O'Leary, and he wouldn't have sent a hitman. He would have taken matters into his own
Nie jestem
hands.
pewien.
What about Cassidy? 7, right?
Cassidy tak, też. Że niby to ma być odpowiedź?
I think it's safe to rule out Cassidy as Dunn's murderer. He seems too impulsive to have planned such a twisted crime. Whoever planned the whole thing knew the suicide theory would fall through, so he manipulated the clues to incriminate Yale. Cassidy is too impulsive to pull off
Można
such
być
an intricate plan.
impulsywnym i jednocześnie
So, you're
dobrze
right.
planować rzeczy.
Mitchell is the one pulling
Nie
the strings.
wyklucza.
And you know why? Because in novels, the murderer is always someone the detective knows from the beginning.
Well, that could be the case in British novels. You know, where everyone in the mansion where the murder took place is a suspect. But this might just be an American whodunit, where the detective doesn't even meet the culprit until the last scene.
You mean we still don't know who's pulling the strings?
I didn't say that. How did it go with Helen Moore?
I didn't get anything, even though it started out really well. I asked to interview her along with her boyfriend, Al Stone. Since I'm a big shot, they were happy to oblige. Perfect. Now, time for the interview. I'll go back and forth so you don't get bored. So, who goes first? Here's one for Helen. Can you tell us how much Champies pays you to endorse them?
Sure, honey. They pay me much more than I'd ask them for. In fact, Champies is so delightfully delicious that I'd even do it for free. Does that answer your question?
No.
Nonsense. We both know it does.
Okay, now,
To ci idzie, Weekly.
here's a question for Al. Your manager is Frank Cassidy, president of the Boxing Managers Association of New York. According to him, only boxers working with member managers should be allowed to compete. What do you think about that?
We never talk politics, honey. Athletes should steer clear of controversy and stay focused on their sport. Don't you think?
Yeah, that's right.
Moving on.
No, Helen mływa.
Time for a picture.
How should we pose?
Okay, how about a hug? I want to feel the love.
No, naciskała. To nie daje mi zrobić zdjęcia, no. Ty, klikam A i się nic nie dzieje. Co ja mam zrobić? Kliknąłem każdy możliwy przycisk. Jak mi pozwala, nie mogę niżej. Jesus
You're
Christ.
the envy of all America. Now what?
Pascal.
So, Al,
Coś wyciągnąć od niego.
in just 12 days, the contender will try to steal your belt. Any thoughts on your fight against Yale?
Yeah, sure.
My Al is going to kick that thug's behind. Isn't that so, honey?
Yeah, well, we'll see. No such thing as a weak rival.
Nonsense. You are and will be world champion. Next question.
Czyli mamy potwierdzenie. Alston.
Okay, one more question. And
O,
Al, honey, can you answer it? I've got to go say hi to a fan. I'll be right back, Mr. Pulitzer.
Wait. You mean she stopped smiling when that fan showed up?
yeah.
Could you describe him for me?
I'll be able to show you something as soon as I'm done developing these pictures. And actually, I thought it was odd too. So while I continued to interview Stone,
Take a picture.
I managed to take some pictures of Moore and whoever
No.
her mysterious fan was.
To co? Szympans czy jaszczur?
All right, so where were we?
Aha.
Are you ever jealous about sharing your sweetheart with America?
Well, I wouldn't say I'm jealous, but I know that someone so popular and honest can draw the wrong kind of attention.
Honest.
There are plenty of people who would love to put an end to her career, so it's not easy.
Let's get that picture taken. Okay, now raise your head and your arms up like you were celebrating a victory.
Like this?
Exactly. Wait, I accidentally moved. Stand still. I'll take another one.
Serio?
All right, so where were we?
Naprawdę? O mój Boże.
Are you ever jealous about sharing your sweetheart with America?
Well, I wouldn't say I'm jealous, but I know that someone so popular and honest can draw the wrong kind of attention. There are plenty of people who would love to put an end to her career, so it's not easy.
In just 12 days, the contender will try to steal your belt. Any thoughts on your fight against Yale?
Well, supposedly the odds are in my favor, but there's no such thing as a weak rival. And, you know, Bobby Yale might be young and going through a rough patch, but he's had an amazing streak, so I'll do my best.
Your manager is Frank Cassidy, president of the Boxing Managers Association of New York. According to him, only boxers working with member managers should be allowed to compete. What do you think about that?
Cassidy is a great manager, really. No complaints there. And the work he's putting in as president of the association is really valuable. But, I don't know, maybe in this case, Joe Dunn was right.
Oh.
Wait, no. Could you keep that last comment off the record? You know, on the down low.
My lips are sealed. Let's get that picture taken.
To było zagwiazdkowane.
Let's see what you think about this. Close your eyes and rest your chin on your fist. The boxing thinker.
Like these?
Exactly. Wait, I accidentally moved. Stand still. I'll take another one. What's with me today? Don't move, please. Now we got it. Should we keep at it? I'm going to take one more, all right? Turn around and show me those biceps from behind.
Like that?
That's it. What's up with me? Stand still. I'll take it again. I can't seem to get it right. Don't move.
Nice, Weekly.
It's about time. Finally.
Zrozumiałem, o co chodzi. Nie widziałem tej strzałki w lewo wcześniej. Jest coś takiego w tej grze, oni dają te inputy, ale one są jakieś takie
Are you
ciężkie do
telling me
zauważenia.
the photos are developed? Or is that what you say to Stone?
Both. Just look.
Jest jaszczuj, by the way.
Not yet. I've seen that matchbox before.
Focus,
Iguana.
Blacksad. We need to figure out how to find that Mitchell guy.
Gdzie my widzieliśmy La Iguana?
Hey, pal. Did you hear what I just said? We need to keep looking at all those pictures. We need a clue that'll take us to Mitchell. Hey,
Okay.
see? There.
La
Just like I
Iguana.
was saying.
Hotel? Wtedy? W pokerze? Cassidy? Tutaj jest połączenie? Czyli co, Mitchell pracował dla Cassidy'ego? W tą stronę idziemy? La iguana. Full.
Brawls aren't even the worst part of my job. Sure, you may take a beating, but at least you get the chance to defend yourself. But when you're sitting in your car all night, there's no way out. Your legs cramp up, your back and neck feel stiff. Your entire body aches to be somewhere else. It's boring and repetitive. People were finally leaving the place. The bar was about to close. And I hadn't seen Mitchell go in or out. I had no choice.
It's time to go to action. Dobra.
I see you took me up on my invitation. And you're smart. You knew not to come until my anti-fur regulars had all cleared out.
I can't say no to good advice.
Or good bourbon.
Gdzie nasz kapelusz?
Here's looking at you, Mr. What was your name?
As far as I knew, La Iguana always stayed neutral. He played poker with Cassidy, but his joint was used as the gambling drop-off for O'Leary's operation. Did it make sense to keep faking it? Or was it too dangerous not to?
Farnham. Howard M. Farnham II.
That's right. Howard Farnham from Ding Dong, Texas. You're a natural. You're even better at pool than poker.
This here's much easier. No cheating.
You barely flinched when Cassidy decided to teach that ego a lesson.
What do you want a fella to say? If Cassidy hadn't ordered his barber to kill that son of a bitch, I'd have done it myself. Some of God's creatures just don't deserve to live.
Damn it.
Well, nobody's perfect. Tell me, what do you really want with Cassidy? I can't say it's clear to me.
Well, you see, Desmond O'Leary is my enemy. If you know a thing or two about him, I can leave it at that.
Don't worry about it. I was only curious. So, what about me? What do you want from me? No one comes to La Iguana just to drink and play pool.
I'm here looking for a regular of yours, Dr. Angus Mitchell.
What for?
That's between Dr. Mitchell and myself. No offense.
I don't have time to explain how things work here at La Iguana, but I'll be blunt. Not this way.
You don't understand. I have to talk to him, or else.
Or else what?
You'd be losing your chance to make a pretty penny. I know how to reward my allies.
You think I'd spend my time in this dump if all I cared about was the money? Please, cut the crap. Anything else?
I don't think Cassidy would be too happy about the role this here dump plays in old Leary's gambling operation. You follow me?
Son of a bitch. All right. Give me your phone number, and I'll give you a call when Mitchell shows up.
No. You're gonna call him right now, and you're gonna give him this message.
End of the facade.
But when you're sitting in your car all night, there's no way out. Your legs cramp up, your back and neck feel stiff,
Wait.
your entire body aches to be somewhere
Nie,
else.
dobra, tylko tak zrobili specjalnie, ale... Ja miałem wrażenie, że się
Boring and
zapętliło.
repetitive. It's so bad that your thoughts spiral in a never-ending loop. Like when you're stuck in your car, on surveillance duty. The owner of La Iguana was supposed to tell Mitchell that a certain anteater was still alive, and that it was only a matter of time before he ratted him out. With a bit of luck, that would make him nervous enough to force his hand. Now all I had to do was follow him.
Ale to chyba nie on strzelał ze snajperki, chociaż to ma sens, że ma doświadczenie wojskowe i... Równie dobrze może to być bujaszek. Nef. Może inaczej stracił nogi. Może przez Dana, który węszył. Na nim zemścić albo coś. Parkuję. To jest miejscówka Larry. No to chyba nie, skoro tak łatwo wszedł. Mamy drugiego.
We'll be just fine, don't worry. Gil, stand guard right here. If the cat shows up, you know what to do. I'll be back in an hour.
Looks like things won't be easy. Could I take him by surprise from over there? Although I don't know how I'd get there.
Okej. Się rzeczywiście przenieśliśmy. No nie wiem, czy to było dobre.
Of course, he's Randall Lee's partner. I should be careful. When they gave me a beating, I could see he was kinda trigger happy.
Czemu jeszcze pytają, kto to jest? Przecież już dawno wiem. Będę miał to z głowy przynajmniej.
Mitchell, who fought with Dunn during the war, tried to pass as Yale's doctor.
Już nie mam, okej. Nawet nie oganiam, gdzie on jest w tej chwili. Z tej strony ja jestem, zrobili taką cutscenkę, przejście i... No teraz w ogóle miałem ścięcie w grze. Tutaj mogę iść? On nie jest tutaj? Jakby to. Dobra, co najwyżej zginę. Statek? Gdzie ja dokładnie kuźwa jestem? Jakiś harbor. No way. Okej. Gdzie wy chcecie, żebym ja tym pojechał? Ja mam zdawać te wszystkie tafle, żeby sobie zrobić wejście. Co oni wymyślili tutaj? No way, right? No nie no, blokuje się po prostu. Dobra, jadę dalej. Co wy ode mnie chcecie? XD. Tutaj na pewno jakieś kajta ominąłem, no ale to było tak dziwne, że... Po co mi to? No, głupio. Nie to kliknąłem. Drugi raz. They put. Po co mi to? Jaka jest tu za ciemno, wiecie? Gówno widać. Nie ma latarki, nie?
I did mess up a guy's face with an extinguisher once, but this kind is too heavy for my current needs.
Okej. Zabierz mu broń. Come on. O chuj. Czemu on tu jest? Oh shit. Nie wiem teraz, czy jest sojusznikiem, czy wrogiem. No, chyba sojusznikiem. Ale niepotrzebnie tu wszedł.
What does this place have to hide?
Nie wiem, ale przydałaby się latarka. Do jasnej cholery. Światło? Nie no, kaman. Nie mogę tak. To jest najjaśniejszy. Sprawdzę, czy mogę coś zrobić na telewizorze. Z 50 do 75 ustawiłem jasność. Zobaczmy, czy tak da się grać. Nic to tutaj nie zmienia. Tak ciemno, że nic nie widać. Wciskam coś, nawet nie wiem co. Okej, nie no, trochę więcej widać, ale dalej mało.
Don't you even think of screaming.
I might not even talk.
It looks like an arrowhead. Answer my questions, and I'll protect you from Mitchell.
What?
As soon as he finds out you've talked to me, he'll kill you. Just like he did to your partner, Randall Lee.
I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
What's this warehouse for?
It's where I take my naps. I thought that was obvious.
Where did Mitchell go?
Mitchell? What Mitchell?
If you don't answer my questions, you'll spend the rest of your life in Sing Sing.
Only if I don't answer? Come on.
What's Mitchell up to?
Damn, are you in love with this guy or what?
I'll give you a minute to think about some more convincing answers.
Nie wiem, co jest jak z niektórymi grami, że oni je robią tak, żebyś gówno widział. Nawet jak masz najmocniejsze ustawienie jasności. O co chodzi? No co, żeby ukryć, że coś jest niedorobione? Man. A tutaj jest drabina, dobrze wiedzieć. Jak dla mnie on się wspinał po czarnym tle. Fajnie, teraz schodzimy. Idź tam z powrotem, pajacu. O, popatrz, ale spot. Nie mogę tego siekierki zobaczyć. Dobra.
If I'm not mistaken, these are incense sticks, used in cleansing rituals.
Ostro.
It could be an Ojibwa totem pole, in which case, the top animal would be a crane. A dream catcher. It's supposed to protect children during the night, trapping all evil in its spider web.
To wygląda jak ważne pomieszczenie.
According to this, the warehouse belonged to a Canadian import company.
Okej.
Will I need help? Who would I call?
No call. No snow. Ale możliwe, że niedługo screenowowi powiem. Nie odkręcałbym tego. Nie brzmi jak dobry pomysł. Dobra, nie wygląda jakbym mógł tutaj coś super większego znaleźć. Chyba przynajmniej tego nie widzę, bo jest kurwa ciemno. Nie wiem nawet czemu on tam kręci. Zróbmy tą dedukcję.
Everything seems to prove that Gil is a Native American, and I'm almost sure that the woman in the picture is his mother.
Daje mi to cokolwiek?
You know who'll always believe in you? Your mother. My mother never lost her faith in me. And I gave her plenty of reasons when I was a kid. It all started with something as stupid as keeping the change when she sent me for groceries. Then I started stealing fruit from the street stands. And finally, I turned to pickpocketing. Somehow, my mother managed to keep me in school until I got into college. But I never gave her reasons to believe in me then either. I made new friends. The type of friends that convince you to do things that wouldn't make a mother proud. Then Pearl Harbor happened. I got drafted and sent to Europe. I never knew how to follow orders. They sent me back home with a dishonorable discharge. But when I got back, I was treated like a pariah, a veteran outcast who never should have come back in the first place. And yet, my mother never ceased to...
I also fought in the war. That's where I met Mitchell. They used me, like many of my people. And then they just tossed us aside. The first time Mitchell offered me to do this, I told him to take a hike. I wanted to get my act together, but I ended up begging him. I don't like Mitchell. I don't like the things he makes me do. I don't like that German rat either. But what I like least of all is myself.
German rat?
I don't like what I did during the war, and I don't like what I'm doing now. Do you know what it's like to kill a friend for the sake of the mission? Huh. But my mother, she always thought I'd make amends and start anew. Maybe it's time I did just that. It's number 3.
Okej. Robimy najpierw dedukcję. Kiedy chcę go stąd wyciągnąć w takim razie. To jest trigger happy. Sniper zabił Randalla Late'a. Trochę mi się to krzyżuje, nie bardzo mi się to łączy.
What if it was Gil who killed his partner Randall Lee under Mitchell's orders?
Mogę do niego zagadać o to? Zanim odpalę. Nie pozwalają mi już. Za dużo bym wiedział. Dobrze grał, dobrze. Trochę słabo, ale niech wam będzie. Nie rozumiem, co ja tutaj robię. Ostra, teraz już nie mogę nic wybrać. Tak. Coś się zepsuło w grze, czy co? O, number 3, może do 3 muszę podejść do tego. Co dalej? Coś się zepsuło? Nie mogę ani cofnąć, ani ruszyć niczym, ani potwierdzić. Ech. Nie chcę kończyć w takim gównianym miejscu, więc jeszcze to ja pociągnę. Powiem, udamy się do pierwszej luźnej miejscówki. Skończymy na dzisiaj.
But when I got back, I was treated like a pariah, a veteran outcast who never should have come back in the first place. And yet, my mother never ceased to...
I also fought in the war. That's where I met Mitchell. They used me, like many of my people. And then they just tossed us aside. The first time Mitchell offered me to do this, I told him to take a hike. I wanted to get my act together, but I ended up begging him. I don't like Mitchell. I don't like the things he makes me do. I don't like that German rat either, but what I like least of all is myself. I don't like what I did during the war, and I don't like what I'm doing now. Do you know what it's like to kill a friend for the sake of the mission? But my mother, she always thought I'd make amends and start anew. Maybe it's time I did just that. It's number 3.
Kiedy pogadałbym z nim jeszcze, no ale dobra. Zróbmy jeszcze raz tą samą dedukcję.
What if it was Gil who killed his partner Randall Lee under Mitchell's orders?
To jest number one. To jest number two. Prawda? To jest number three. Teraz więcej widzę. Musiałem wyłączyć i włączyć. Dalej nie widzę, co to jest w środku, ale widzę jakąś czerwoną kulkę. O, zapaliło się. Okej. Wtedy tutaj. Czemu mój płaszcz nagle spadł? Bo to tak? Się otworzyło. I schody. Nawet co tu chowają ciekawego? Moja normalnie. Małpiszą przed za nami. Okej, nie dadzą mi być. Uła. To nie będzie chyba kwestia, czy on jest dobry, czy zły, tylko czy on uważa, że jestem dobry, czy zły. Wydaje mi się, że on coś odpierdzieli. I my będziemy musieli stąd uciekać. Nie zbierzemy wszystkiego, co chcemy. To zniszczy dowody. Smartfon? Tylko wziąć, a nie tylko Zapiski jakieś.
A list of names? Somehow related to chemical agents?
Okej. Aha. Obiecałem, Moore. What the hell? To jaki jest jego cel? Jakiś doping? On produkuje to? Dla wszystkich? Wszyscy od niego biorą?
Subject: Brunhilde Gruner. Treatment: Day 1500. The patient's ability to speak continues.
Mamy pierwszego, prawdziwego, złego.
Now she can only pronounce the occasional word in German. Tissue degeneration persists.
Przypomina mi doktorka z Conquer Bad Fur Day.
Perhaps due to drastic reduction of benzylprodine dosage, and an increase of anupropion, we have observed a 3% of deceleration of said degeneration. Furthermore, and perhaps this is the best finding so far, the subject exhibits a mild recovery of her speaking. It's not a lot, and yet we are on the right track. All hope is not lost.
Interesting. Weszliśmy po uszy w coś większego, kurczę. Teraz to nie jest zwykły skandal sportowy. Kto?
Subject, Craig Sparrow. Treatment, day 0. The subject is a veteran baseball player who has lost speed, strength, and agility due to the regular aging process. The patient refers intense pain on the right scapula, most likely caused by an old injury. The goals of our medical approach are twofold. To relieve pain caused by the prior injury so that the subject can play without symptoms, and to help the patient regain the physical condition lost in the aging process, thus allowing him to perform at elite levels. Treatment. Day 120. The patient no longer feels pain when using his right arm, circumstance that allows him to pitch without fear. So far, the only side effect seems to be a slight euphoria experienced 3 hours after dosage, which subsides 4 hours later, taking the patient on an emotional roller coaster of sorts with bouts of mild trembling.
Oh.
Treatment. Day 341. Moments of euphoria and boosted physical performance have become increasingly short, while the ensuing periods of depression and weakness have become longer, including severe tremor. Although we have met all therapeutic goals, we will proceed to terminate the treatment in order to avoid causing irreparable physical and mental damage to the patient.
Aha. Okej.
Mitchell is cashing in by selling drugs to enhance athletes' performances.
I to do wszystkich po kolei.
The worst part of Mitchell's scheme isn't that it's illegal or unethical.
It doesn't
It's
work.
that he didn't even care about compromising the athlete's health.
Ten się nazywa grunę. Teraz pokazali. Szczury. Chyba wszystko. Zakładam, że mogę wyjść. Jesteś tu już, czy jeszcze nie? I dadzą mi najpierw sprawdzić wszystko. O.
Go in!
Hey,
You
it's all right. Don't be afraid, little girl. I don't want to scare you, okay?
Peter, no hurt.
Once upon a time, there was a space heroine called...
Brunhilda.
Hi, my name is Brunhilde, and I'm very happy.
said Brunhilde. And then Brunhilde, who had a beautiful name,
Really beautiful.
a really beautiful name, ran into someone very special.
Oh, who was it?
A space cat called John.
I'm a space cat. My name is John. Hi, John the cat. I really like space cats. I'm Brunhilde. I'm going to use my extraterrestrial wisdom to help you. You're out of a cage, too.
Nein, it's sad.
You say silly things, John the cat. So what are you going to help me do? Fill up a bunch of color balloons. I love balloons. What's your favorite balloon color? Wow, that's a very hard question. But John the cat, it's the easiest question in the world. Let me show you how easy it is. My favorite balloon color is... pink. Whoa, Brunhilde. That's exactly what I was about to say.
Burn. Burn. John. Brunhilda. Fund.
Klin niemiecki. Natürlich.
Do play. Each look.
Okay.
Hi, bird. Why are you wearing that mask?
Weil. Gas.
Well, maybe we should get out of here. What do you think, Bird? And what about you, Brunhilde? Don't you think that?
To jest za nami? Nie? Dobra. Ona jest chora, co? Wziął ją nie wiadomo skąd. Zamknął tutaj i pikuje lekami. Tuje sobie. Tak.
Gil? You know you're not allowed down here. You know you're not allowed.
You bastard! I kill you right here, right now!
I don't know.
You don't know? I know you're testing drugs on that girl.
Brunhilde? No, she's my daughter. She was born with a degenerative disease, a rare condition similar to the Angelman syndrome.
Okay.
There are only 4 known cases like hers, and none of the patients reached the age of 5. But I couldn't give up. I continued to research and found something. It didn't make her better, but anyway, that same treatment used on healthy subjects seems to improve their stamina and their reflexes. It also seems to improve their pain threshold. Somehow, the Reich heard about my experiments and tried to recruit me to create super soldiers.
Och no.
Yes,
To jest Hitler.
that Reich. We're talking late 30s
Yeah,
Berlin.
okay.
I escaped with Brunhilde and came to your country.
Zabili z niego kota.
But the American military also heard about me. I spent the entire war experimenting with drugs on soldiers. Some were highly effective, I must say.
W gry detektywistycznej o zabójstwie boksera przeszliśmy do gry detektywistycznej z nawiązaniami do II wojny światowej, niemieckim doktorkiem i lekiem na nieśmiertelność. Podoba mi się.
Angus Mitchell. We had met during the war and he came to offer me a deal. I would make drugs for athletes and he would sell them. With my earnings, I could pay for Brunhilde's treatment. What else do you want me to say?
What are the long-term effects of those drugs?
It depends on the patient, but they all develop an addiction, even Brunhilde. They also suffer other symptoms. Some become delirious. She's losing muscle mass by the day. Others lose their ability to focus. And some, slowly but surely, lose it all.
About those pills. There was a bottle there before.
Zniknął jeden. Jeszcze raz możesz?
There was a bottle there before.
Shit, jeden zniknął, no. Ale to Małpiszon zabrał swój chyba. Dobra, no pewnie na niego mam spojrzeć.
What is he looking at?
No właśnie. Shit. Mogłeś się szybciej skapnąć, no.
Don't dwell on it, Josh. You had to tell him the truth in order to protect Brunhilde. I would have done the same thing. Finish packing up your things and stop torturing yourself, okay?
Thanks, Angus. I won't be long.
Oh, honey. You like living here? Yeah, me too. But we have to go somewhere else, and it's all that bad cat's fault. Yes, sweetie. We're going to a new home now. A prettier one, and you'll be happier there. Now go with Papa, honey. Give him a kiss. Go on. Give him a kiss. Go on. I'm sorry about this, Josh, but we gave it our best, didn't we?
Huh? What? What do you mean, Angus?
I wish it hadn't come to this.
Angus, what's wrong?
Goodbye, Josh.
O shit, nie. O kurwa.
I hope you're happy, you son of a bitch. They were good people. Ah! I hope that made you feel better. I like it when you smile. You're so far from the truth. What the?
Małpa zamknęła nas wszystkich tutaj. Ostro. Czy on słabo strzela? Jak on nas nie trafił? Wow!
The mask would buy me a bit of extra time. The question was, how much?
No nie wiem, czy może mi... To jest.
Spano just ran out that way.
Czyli ich nie uratujemy.
The mask was barely working. I needed fresh air.
Dużo to ja nie widzę. Nic nie widzę. Nie wiem. Jak oni zrobili tą grę. Ale ma czerwone oczy. Będę takie miał, jak zaraz nie skończę. Dobra, dali mi motyw, żeby zarypać tego skurczybyka, jaszczura. Teraz to rzeczywiście. Tak gnoja dopaść. Na pewno przeżył tamto.
Craig's Fado is back! Did you miss me? Who wants to see a home run?
Ta muzyka.
Now you're gonna see. Bring it on! Let's go!
Jeez. Ale młot pierdziela. To zawał? Tutaj co mu wysiada.
No, no.
Kurwa. No to małpiszon nie żyje. Dawkował leki. Cztery trupy. Czy jaszczur zginął, czy to jest koń?
Don't torture yourself. You did everything you could.
Okej, tu jest
Did he
koń.
make it?
The doctors think so. They found him unconscious by the basement door.
What?
Close to the basement door. On zamknął nas. Chciał go zabić.
Could Gil have blocked the basement door from the outside to kill Mitchell?
You think? That's a serious accusation. Are you sure, or is this just a theory of yours?
It's just a theory. Let's hope we get the truth out of him.
Huh. You think Gil was involved in the previous murders?
What if it was Gil who killed his partner Randall Lee under Mitchell's orders?
Another serious accusation. Are you sure?
I'm positive.
Yes.
Stałem się
Everything
troszeczkę
points
za
in that direction,
sentymentalny. Jestem kurwa
including my
detektywem.
gut.
Wait, couldn't Mitchell be Randall Lee's murderer?
Nie zawsze się powinno iść po tą prawdę, no ale kurwa, no. No właśnie, to jest to.
So he misses with 2 shots at point blank range, and then he hits a guy smack in the forehead from across the street? No. Mitchell is not the sniper who wiped out Randall Lee.
Yeah, I guess you're right. But we still don't know what caused Craig Spano's death.
I fucking know.
There's no doubt about it. Spano took drugs from the lab, and they killed him.
But if that were true, how many more athletes are in danger? And most importantly, who are they? Is Bobby Yale involved?
Honestly, I don't remember the names.
Are you sure?
Positive. No, this is not a theory of mine.
All right, fair enough. In any case, this has gotta stop. We're friends, damn it. You should have warned me about this.
I should have let you know. I'm sorry.
Hey, John. Surprise. It could have given a tip to a friend, don't you think? Or is that only the case when I helped you?
Get that guy out of here. All
Po
right,
to wtedy przyszedłeś, pajacu.
let's get this over with. When the war ended, Mitchell convinced Grun to use his super soldier drugs on elite athletes. Somehow, Dunn found out about Mitchell's scheme. So when Mitchell heard that Dunn was onto him, he ordered Randall Lee to kill him and frame Yale for the murder. Then, he made Randall search Dunn's house and the gym for any incriminating evidence he might have had against him. The poor cleaning lady died almost by chance. When you stuck your nose in the case, he tried to scare you by sending his thugs to give you a beating. And when that didn't work, he asked Randall Lee to finish you off on the gym rooftop. But Randall not only failed, he got captured. So Mitchell ordered Gil to put a bullet through his head, which only made Gil upset. You kept getting closer and closer to the point of discovering his headquarters. When Mitchell realized he was cornered, he burned his bridges by setting the lab on fire, along with Dr. Grun and his daughter. Gil saw the opportunity to get back at Mitchell, so he blocked the only exit so that he would also die in the fire. Did I leave any loose ends?
Just a few. But don't worry about it. I'll take care of them now. So I guess thanks for everything.
Koleja. No nawet mi kurde szkoda troszeczkę tego doktorka i jego córki. Actually fucked up.
In your classic noir films and novels, Solving a case never amounts to a happy ending. The detective is always left with a sense of bitterness. A feeling that, before he took the case, the world was a better place. That he was a better person.
Come on, now spit it out.
Sometimes I just let my character get the best of me.
What do you want from me?
I told Stone what I knew. That he was going to let Yale win. That if he didn't, O'Leary would destroy Helen Moore's career. And that Moore was doomed either way. Or would be, as soon as America discovered her sweetheart was on drugs.
I don't believe you. No way. Who sent you?
Today? Nobody.
And what if I did believe you? What would that change? If I don't do this for her, how could I ever look her in the eyes? How could we stay together?
You think you'll stay together when you lose your title and they accuse her of doping?
At least I know I tried.
I know your record. Your rise to the top is clean, free of both O'Leary's and drugs. God, you might just be one of the only honest athletes I've met recently. Please don't let them change that.
Is it all about being professional to you?
Suit yourself. But trust me, your manager is a murderer. Get as far away from him as possible.
Hey, Blacksad. I'll think about it.
Good. Ale wydaje się troszeczkę debilem, więc obawiam się, że pójdziesz do Cassidy'ego i powiesz coś w stylu: nie jest pan mordercą, prawda? Też mi się ziewa już. Masakra.
Yale confirmed to me that Dunn found out that Mitchell was giving him meds. That was the reason they argued the evening of his death.
In fact, I was clean at the time. Hadn't used for days. I didn't want to go down that road. I wanted to follow Joe.
But he discovered everything.
He didn't believe me when I said I had nothing to do with it.
But you used again.
Only after his death. I needed to cope.
But the drugs gave you a panic attack.
Yeah. But I've been clean ever since.
Mitchell gave you the pills when he stopped by the hospital. Hence, your miraculous recovery. Are you planning on taking them before the fight? Don't do it, Bobby.
Someone has to save the gym. I owe it to Joe. And Sonia.
Not
and
that
my
way.
Aunt Mary.
Your father would never have done this.
What?
I told Yale everything I knew about his father's death. I couldn't say how he took it. Just like I can't tie it to the mysterious drowning of Desmond O'Leary.
What?
Who appeared dead in the Hudson River next to Pier 27 several weeks later.
O'Leary nie żyje? Utonął? Utopiony? Kto go zabił? CD go zabił? Wait. Nie spodziewałem się takiego shadow dropa, że Desmond O'Leary zginie. Myślałem, że ziomek będzie do końca kurde ważną postacią.
Stone and Yale hadn't taken away the bitterness I felt. I needed a friend. He was outraged that I hadn't given him the tip, but he let it go as soon as I bought him a milkshake. After the perfect storm of corruption and murder, only friendship could reconcile me with the world. Only that could make me believe in mankind again. Only that could cleanse my soul. Only that. And money.
The money. Nie, no to jest koniec? No, come on. Nie może być koniec.
In your standard noir novel, Yale and Stone would be punished for breaking the rules. There would be justice for Sonia, the victim. But this was the real world. As the detective who had cracked the case, I just had to get my paycheck and be on my way.
Nice to meet you, Mr. Blacksad. Mr. Thorpe is on his way. Care to take a seat while you wait?
I guess I'll just have to wait.
He'll be here in a minute. Please, take a seat.
Oj, dedukcja do zrobienia, którą muszę zrobić teraz? Co jeśli tym kimś był ten Zukowski cały? O'Leary był na wojnie? Question mark? No to też może być zamieszany, ten cały Whittle to ma sens. Pasuje mi to. O co chodzi? Pomyślmy. Jakby to mi się łączy, ale no kolejne takie.
No, that's not possible. But what if Tim Thorpe was somehow involved in Mitchell's operation?
No tak, o tym samym myślałem, ale
Mr.
to jest
Blacksad,
bardzo...
Mr. Thorpe is running later than expected, but he insists on meeting you, if you don't mind.
Sure, as long as you help me fight off this boredom.
That's not in my job description, but...
Amerik. Delanus, Sonia. Don Blacksad. Dinner with my Rogers. To będzie się ciągnęło. Dobrze, jeśli dostanę to będę wiedział. Coś więcej o jego przeszłych.
If my hunch is right, there should be a meeting with Mitchell noted somewhere in Thorpe's agenda. If I had her markings on my skin, would I be the same person? Would my name be different? Has anything odd happened at the agency lately?
Not on my shift. Perhaps the oddest thing I've seen is a bored detective asking a lot of questions.
How long have you worked for Tim Thorpe?
Almost 3 years. And I hope it lasts.
Well, you see, I've got a problem. In order to figure out how much Mr. Thorpe owes me, I need to know what day I started working on the case. But I can't remember. You wouldn't have that written down, would you?
It sure wasn't on my shift. I'd remember. Let me see.
Miles Benton. Congressman Wallace. Lulia Slupianek Renewal. Lunch with the Governor Katz, okej. No mów. Oh, come on. Return Flight LA. We have Millard Smith Hospital. To wykrzykniki. With Dylan. Lunch with Paul Rosenberg. Czemu te są wykreślone, a późniejsze nie są? Meeting with Bobby Yale. Okay. Meeting with Craig McNeil. Meeting with Cole Higginacom. Joe Dunn. No appointment.
What? Dunn was here 2 days before he died? Why didn't Thorpe ever mention that?
I'm sorry, but your name's not on here.
Wait, I just remembered something. The day I came, Joe Dunn had just walked out the door.
Well, no. You don't have any appointments. Although, I guess I could have forgotten to write you in. Mr. Dunn, who's usually very kind, left in a flurry. He even slammed Mr. Thorpe's door.
Okay. Now I know I have to get into Thorpe's office.
And he didn't even say goodbye.
Yes, that was the day. You don't recall me because the minute I saw Dunn stomp out, I followed him. I never actually came in.
Of course. That explains it.
No doubt. So, since it looks like Mr. Thorpe won't be here soon, I think I'll go take a walk down the hall. Gotta stay in shape.
Dobra reakcja.
Come on, Thorpe. Tell me there's a back door to your office.
Dobra, możesz mi to powiedzieć, Torin, ale następnym razem. Dzięki za oglądanie i do następnego razu.